Right now by three of our competitors. Our second place finisher is Jeff Gordon. He drives the number 24 Drive to End Hunger Chevrolet. Our third place finisher is Jamie McMurray. He drives the number 1 McDonald's Monopoly Chevrolet. And our top Sunoco Rookie of the Year candidate, driving the number 42 Target Chevrolet, finishing 6th tonight, is Kyle Larson. Let's start with Kyle, with you as a rookie out there this evening. Certainly a lot of drama, a lot of intensity. What did you take out of it?
Not much drama with me, so it was a good night. Target Chevy was really good. I know Jamie was upset with how he thought our cars were in practice, and I was really confident in mine. I thought we were going to be really good. Even though we were 30th after happy hour, I knew we were going to be fast. So top groove got going, and I was able to run up there and get to the front, and you lead for a little bit, and the yellow came out. We lost some spots on pit road, and then was able to get back to second, and then got into the wall in 3 and 4 chasing down the 11 and messed up the aerodynamics. I was really tight after that, and just kind of held on, and then I was lucky with that green-white checkered. We came down and took 4 and restarted on the outside and was able to follow the 22 up around the top to get to 6. So, a decent finish, but I thought we could have been a lot better had I not made a mistake and gotten to the wall. So, like I said, a little bit disappointed in myself about that.
And Jamie, certainly a strong showing here for you tonight, coming back to a place where you won the All-Star race back in May. But just talk about your run out there this evening.
Yeah, it was a really good night for our whole group. When I got to second place at one point, I looked in my mirror and Kyle was catching me, and we certainly went through a couple of really tough years at our group at Chip Ganassi Racing, and it's so great right now to have both cars run that well every single week at a lot of different type racetracks. So I was not only thrilled for our group, but also for the 42 car and just everybody. This is a big weekend for all the race teams. There's a lot of crew guys that get to bring their kids here to watch their dads or their moms work that sit in the stands. So that's pretty special for I think for Kyle and I to have a good showing.
Thank you, Jamie. And Jeff Gordon, certainly a strong finish for you in the number 24 Chevrolet. Talk about how you thought things went from your perspective, and just how this whole chase format is starting to unfold.
Yeah, we had a great start to the race and got up there and took the lead from Kyle, and I was pretty happy in my car, but rubber was laying down and the track conditions were changing. We're trying to make some adjustments to keep up with it, and I thought we made a really good adjustment. We were able to keep the lead, and then we kind of lost a little bit of track position. We started on the inside there and just lost some positions and kind of fought it from there, tried to make some adjustments, make it better, and it made it a little bit worse. But we stuck with it, and finally there at the end we got a little bit out of cycle with some guys on 2 tires versus 4 tires. We put 4 tires on and made a really good adjustment to the car, and we were able to drive up through there all the way back up to second and kind of closing on Kevin, but just couldn't get close enough to him, and then that green flag stopped. It was kind of disastrous for us from the cars that were pitting and a bunch of other things that went on. So we just didn't have, some of the things that we needed to go a little bit better go our way. But really strong finish there to come back second. So I'm really proud of that.
Take questions now for Jamie, Jeff, or Kyle. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll bring you the wireless mic. Questions? We'll start over here with Rick. We'll go to Stan.
Jeff, in New Hampshire, you talked a little bit about the danger potentially of having to go into Talladega with all this craziness that can happen there, with your fates at hand. I just wondered if you could elaborate a little on that, and I wondered how much or little the potential to have to have a huge race in Talladega factored into the way you dealt with the race today.
I mean, yeah, I think everybody was pushing hard and knew how much was on the line, not just this weekend, but last weekend. A win in this particular round, if you want to call it, nobody wants to deal with Talladega. Everybody would like to take the weekend off there if they could. So 2 guys in some ways get to, and the rest of us are going to have to go race there. I mean, we've got a little bit of a cushion, but not near enough to be comfortable by any means. So we'll go and race the way we normally do there, which is, just try to be smart, try to stay out of the mess, and then, put ourselves in a good position to get a good finish. Hope it works out. Yeah, the format's definitely creating a lot of drama, a lot of intensity, a lot of pressure, and each round seems to intensify that much more. And, today's performance by us was huge and crucial, I think, because we do at least have a much bigger buffer than some other guys do. There's going to be some guys that really have to win at that race and that have to maybe get a top 5 or, make up a lot of points. So it's certainly, these last 2 weeks have shaken things up quite a bit. And, I like our chances. I think we've got an excellent race team, and I really hope we make it through Talladega, because I think the next round suits us very, very well.
Stan Creekmore with Competition Plus. Jeff, the final caution, did that pump you up, thinking, okay, I've got another shot at this victory, or was it more pressure, worried that you might lose second place to someone?
Yeah, I would have liked it if Kevin decided to give me a shot and start on the inside. That would have gotten me pumped up. But, I lost positions every single restart on the inside. I don't know if I started. I think I started on the outside once and made positions up, and every other one I was on the inside and lost positions. And so I was thankful to be in that position. I knew our car was really good right then. And, I just didn't want to spin the tires. And I knew Jamie was really good on the outside there. He had got by me on the outside on a previous restart. So, I was just hoping that that clean air I had on the nose, that the car would stick on the bottom, and it stuck pretty good. I got a good start and was able to fall in behind Kevin. At that point, I was just kind of settling for second because, my car just wasn't doing what I needed it to do to make any move on him.
And if I could, please, Kyle, could you define what caused the scrape with the wall on you?
Me getting too high and scraping the wall. Yeah, the 4 was, I was chasing on the 11 and catching him, and the 4 was catching me, and I didn't want to give up second, and started driving harder and entering faster, and just entered a little bit too fast and just rolled too quickly and scraped the wall. It felt like barely, but must have flattened the right side enough to mess me up and hurt our chances.
Let's go upstairs now for a couple questions. Go ahead, press box.
Brett James from ESPN.com for Jeff. Is this chase turning into some bizarre psychological experiment? It seems like people are kind of coming unbolted here as you get down to these rounds and the cutoffs.
I mean, there's a lot on the line. It's not an experiment. It's just, the new format, I think we all knew would, make the emotions get out of whack by, who's in, who's out, who's on the bubble, how your races are going. When you have just these 3 race segments, and then they clean the slate and start all over, it creates a lot of drama. And I think they knew that going in, and that's why they did it. And it's going to shake things up from here on out. It's going to make this championship that much tougher to win. It's going to make it tough to make it to Homestead. And you especially because you're not just racing the other guys in the chase, you're also racing everybody out there, and they're all racing hard, wanting to win races as well, wanting to get good finishes for many different reasons. And everybody's pushing extremely hard. You throw in a green, white checker restart, and there's your drama. And there's already a lot on the line, and emotions running high. Then you do that. It's only going to, and you have guys on 4 tires, guys on no tires. It's going to make things crazy, and it's only going to intensify from here on out.
Stay in the press box, please. Go ahead.
Aaron Burns, National Speed Sport News. This is for Jeff. I'm just curious, kind of what is your team's mindset now heading to Talladega that you've got 2 fantastic finishes, but you're still not locked into the chase? I mean, was it a sense of relief from tonight, even though you didn't quite get the victory?
Well, I wouldn't have called last week a fantastic finish, but this week I would rank it up there pretty good. My first question, when I got out of the car was how many points, did we gain, or where are we at? 17 up on ninth, I guess. That is not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that we were 35 or 38 or something like that up on ninth. But we knew that that was going to be tough to do. So, you know, we're going to have to just go race Talladega, which isn't a bad thing. You know, I don't like leaving things up to chance, which happens a lot of times at Talladega. But, you know, at the same time, if it's meant to be, you know, we go race hard and do what we need to do to try to win that race. And if it's meant to be for us to move on to the next round, we'll find out. You know, if our team is good enough, our cars are good enough, which I think they are, we'll go through to the next round.
Other questions upstairs? Back downstairs. Any other questions for Jamie, Kyle, or Jeff? Go ahead, Jenna.
Jennifer, Associated Press. Jeff, you're a guy who doesn't lose his, I couldn't remember. You're a guy who doesn't lose his temper very often. How mad would Matt Kenseth have to be to do that?
Yeah, he must have been pretty mad. I think Matt is a pretty calm and collected guy, you know, over the years. I mean, he and I have had our incidents, but that was because I was mad. I don't think he was mad at me. I can't ever remember. I mean, I wrecked him one time, and I don't remember him being mad at me that much. So, I mean, he was. Huh? You wrecked me more than once. Yeah. and he's never come and tried to put a headlock on me. So we usually talk it out. So obviously there was some built-up animosity towards Brad. I better hold the rest of my thoughts back to myself.
Other questions? Stan?
Stan Creekmore again with Competition Plus, and I apologize to you, Jamie, that I waited for you last. How hungry were you? I know you were hungry for this victory, right? But what do you think it would have meant to be the driver out of the chase to get this particular victory?
Well, I mean, I've won a couple of chase races and not been in the chase. So I think I won one. I think Talladega I won last year. So I don't view it like that. You know, Kyle and I, when we sit in our team meetings and talk, it's just about trying to win. And we have completely different type of pressure on us than what Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon and these guys. They're kind of having their own little race, and Kyle and I are just going out every week and trying to win. So very similar to what Jeff said on the last restart. Once you get out front, like once the 4-car cleared Jeff, he's kind of along for the next 2 laps. You can't put a pass on a car that's equal to you when it gets out front. When I was leading early in the race, as soon as Kevin passed me and we went into the next corner, it's just unbelievable how much worse your car drives. So I really didn't have a chance. I tried to get to the outside of the 4-car and make it 3 wide, but I went through there wide open and I wasn't able to get to his quarter panel. So I did all I could.
Guys, thank you very much. Oh, you got a question, Barry? Let's finish up right here with Barry.
Yeah, Will Barry Richmond, Piedmont Broadcast, and this is for Kyle. Just your evaluation of rookie year at this point in the season into the chase. How would you capitalize this year thus far at this point?
I think it's been a good rookie year for me. I feel like I've definitely gotten better throughout the year and been close to a couple wins. You know, aside from missing the chase, I think it's been about as good of rookie years you can get without winning a race. So, yeah, it's nice, you know, beating Austin. He was in front of me there and was probably going to beat me unless we got a yellow, and we did. And I definitely wanted to get up on the wheel and beat him. So, yeah, it's been a really good rookie year battle with Austin and the rest of them. And, you know, glad I've been that guy to kind of stand out a little bit in it.
Well, guys, thank you very much for putting on a great show, and we'll see you at Talladega.